Now, I would request Sri Gautam Mishra sir to say the vote of thanks.
Revered Principal Maharaj, Kailas Maharaj, Chief Warden Maharaj, and Coordinator Maharaj. I think I got all right. Because I happened to be here a couple of days back for the welcome of the class 11 batch here. So it has been a double delight for me to listen to Harjit Maharaj, Principal Maharaj. His speech was like still reverberating from that day, and again he kind of gave a wonderful speech today. And thanks to Aparesh again, like it's something which is kind of we bond, and I'll tell you our association from when we got to know each other so well was like you guys are really lucky that you have +2 here. We were not that lucky. So when Vidyapith moved from higher secondary to 10+2 system, for whatever strange reason, it was decided that they will downgrade the class to 10th and not upgrade to 12, which was, I think, a huge, probably looking back, it was a huge mistake, and we were the sufferers. So for 2 years, we were kind of, totally, it was a very, very sort of a difficult time, to kind of go from Vidyapith, and at that kind of age, which is also like very sort of adolescent age where you are, kind of struggling with so many other things. And, the environment here in Vidyapith is so ideal and so this thing, and you go outside and you find it so different, right? By the time you get into college, BTech, graduation, at least you have some maturity, and you are, you can handle. I could handle, in the ragging and all in Durgapur, which is one of the worst in the country. But the transition to that 11th, 12th, it was a tough challenge, and for some good reason, my father decided that, I will continue my education in Devgar. And because, all our teachers, professors were all our neighbors. And I got tutored from them on one-on-one, and we had tuition coaching personally from them actually. So I had a huge advantage. Now, as Aparesh was saying, destiny. So it was just our destiny that Aparesh also joined me. He is also from Devgar. We two were from Devgar, and we had the company together. I was really feeling lost. Like all our friends are gone after 10th. I was like, if it's out of water, what do I do here? So my aim was to somehow study and get out of this, and get back into a sort of a similar environment, right, where I'm enjoying the company of, people in a campus and all that. So, and that's where my personal transformation started. I was a pretty average student till 10th standard. I was not really serious about studies because it was like, Vidyapith was like my extended home. It was not really something which I sort of competed and got in, and, even the pressure from parents and all is much more when you come through the channel that you come here, with the writing an exam and, staying away from the family itself, sets a lot of expectation from you. Why are you staying away from your close and dear ones, right? And there has to be a purpose, and there has to be a lot of pressure, both on your parents and both for you. So, so you guys are really lucky that you have this, the +2 environment. I was looking at, hearing about the career choices which people talked when they said about in the introduction in the previous, in the 11th standard, welcome. Sorry, I'm digressing from the topic, but I think it's important here. And, the first batch, they just talked about almost everyone wanted to be an engineer, and AI engineer, or maybe something like that. I was a little kind of getting concerned that if everybody is an engineer, who will take care of our health? Where are the doctors? But fortunately, I saw that there was other batches which came, and yeah, there were many doctors, and very interestingly, neuroscientists, neurosurgeons, and so that also kind of gives some indication that we're going to have a big problem in future, and people are following that trend because with the advent of mobile and our decline in cognitive thinking, what Mr. Vimal Kirti Singh was saying about iPhone kind of replacing our thinking. That's a very dangerous trend. If you stop thinking and if everything is at your fingertips, there'll be huge cognitive decline, which and probably it's a very regressive is not advancement of civilization, is probably going to take us back to being what they call the fourth monkey. There used to be three monkeys, from Gandhiji's three monkeys. Now, the fourth monkey is the guy with the mobile. He doesn't he doesn't look at anything, he doesn't hear anything else. And in fact, he is a combination of all the three monkeys, right? When he's on the mobile, he only thing he does is looking at the mobile, and he's not aware of anything else happening around him, right? So we really have to kind of work consciously to kind of advance ourselves with these technologies coming in place. So a few things I wanted to cover was so the association with Aparesh, that 2 years I spent with him here, I think that was one of the most sort of transformative phase for me. I don't know, it was reverse osmosis or maybe diffusion. So I got a lot of academic sort of intellect from him. I became a better student, maybe kind of performed good in the entrance exams and got into good colleges. And the other thing was the pressure. Like when you go outside, just across the River College, and the professor suddenly said, "Oh, you're from Vidyapith. You must be knowing this." And I know for sure I don't have any clue about the question asked, but they expected me to know that. So a lot of pressure, expectation from you guys outside, I'm saying. When you go out from here, then they come to know that you're from Ramakrishna Mission, and you probably are not aware, but our thinking, the exposure that you're getting, studying in Vidyapith is an experience. It's not just an academic activity or exercise that you go through. For that, you can go to Kota and get better ranks in the entrance exams and all. But if you come to Vidyapith, it's much more than that, right? So that is what I have the message for the students. And one last year, which yesterday I took a session for class 8 students on public speaking and leadership. So, start making a small difference in the society. All big things don't happen in big ways. It starts with small activities which kind of becomes viral, and most people start following, and big change happens. The freedom struggle, it was not just one big movement or one uprising, but it was a series of things. For 100 years we struggled and finally achieved our goal. And as a responsible citizen, I was really, happy to know when one of the students here mentioned this word, responsible citizens. And it was just, I had created a Google group a long time back, about 10-15 years back, and I termed it responsible citizens. And somebody noticed it. If looking at that name, responsible citizen, I know that you have created that. So that is the kind of identity that we carry, right? And it's not a coincidence that one of the students thought of being a responsible citizens. There was another one who said that he wants to become a politician, right? Apart from being judges and all that. So it was really nice when I heard all those, the variety of and that you guys are not just thinking one track, doctor, engineer, lawyer, but beyond that. So I'll conclude with thanking again all the monks, and also I want to mention the camera, the man behind the camera and the video. The snaps which you shared from the last meeting, the very candid moments were captured, and they deserve recognition and appreciation too. So, and it's a great privilege to have the company and to hear from Constitutional Authority of Chief Justice, and his words of wisdom, and Mr. Vidyapith Singh, whatever he explained, it was so different. And I think his experience and his insights, what he said, I think is something is a lifelong kind of learning for all of us. So thank you again, Mr. Aparesh and Sir Vidyapith, for taking the time to come and address us, and thanks all of you again for making this event a grand success. Thank you.
We are really indebted to these dignitaries. This evening has given us a new way of thinking the simple thing. While they were talking about their past years, their struggling period, it was just the down memory lane. And I hope in this age, also you are having the down memory lane when you were in the primary school and so on and so forth. And slowly but steadily you are coming to this rank and this podium.